Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on my channel here. Now in today's video, guys, I'm going to be bringing you a defensive setup here that's going to help you win more games in Madden. This out of $326, and it's going to be the play DB Fire 2. Honestly, $326 actually has some really good plays. You obviously have DB Fire, but you also have this cover 3 cloud show 2, as well as a little bit of a blitz here, maybe a max thing 3. It's very similar to the dime 146 play. I believe it's, under the same moniker pretty much. But today, guys, we're going to be going over this DB Fire 2. I will be first covering the pre-play adjustments that you're going to do, and then we are going to cover the two setups that I have in today's video for you guys. Now, before we get in the video, guys, want to follow me on Twitter? My link is down below. I will post whenever I go live and with new videos on my channel. And also, if you want to check out my two most recent videos, they're going to be in the top right of the screen right now. And honestly, guys, I want to take a moment as well to thank you so much for 1,600 subscribers. It's really crazy that we started off the year almost at 1,200, and now we're at 1,600. I mean, it's unbelievable, guys. Once again, I thank you so much for your support. And now, guys, it's basically a goal to 2,000 at this point. I mean, we're just trying to get 2,000 subs, and hopefully 2021 will be a huge year on the channel. So guys, let's go ahead, let's get into it. All right, guys, so here we go. This is going to be the pre-play adjustments. So how we're going to start off here is we're first going to go and we're going to access our substitute menu by pressing R1. And what I did here is I subbed in cornerbacks at safety. So I have Bradley Roby at the free safety position, and then Garon Conley at the strong safety position. And then what I did was I ended up subbing in the safeties here, Justin Reed and Lonnie Johnson Jr. at the linebacker spots. And then also you do have this corner as well, John Reed, who you could maybe use around this play, but the setups, we're not going to be using them. We're going to be using the safeties. And for the video, I actually am going to be using Justin Reed. So basically, that's going to be the pre-play adjustments. Now, for your coaching adjustments as well, what I like to have it on is just my flats. My zone drops are at 5 yards, curl flats at 20 yards. So that's how I like to have it. So guys, without further ado now, let's get into the first setup. All right, guys, so as you can see on offense, I've cooked up a route combo. I put square on a smart routed in route, triangle on a slant, block the running back, and streak the tight end. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take triangle and I'm going to motion hike him to the right side. Now, for the first setup here, what we're going to do is we're first going to shade over the top, which is going to be triangle up on the right stick. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to double tap the triangle button. We're going to press both the triangle and the X icons. Those are the two blitzing cornerbacks, and we are going to man them up on receivers. So for this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to man up triangle on the triangle receiver. Now it's going to be up on the right stick for man coverage once you press on the icon. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to man up the X player onto the tight end, which is going to be the X player here. And then the next setup here is we're going to go and we're going to put this linebacker in a middle third, which is going to be up on the left stick. You can either double tap the right D-pad, press X and flick the left stick up, or you can just press X when you're onto him and flick the left stick up. Basically, this is going to stop any deep posts and basically any cover 2 beaters up the middle of the field. And then the final adjustment we're going to do is we're going to pinch our defensive line, which is left on the D-pad, down on the left stick. So basically, what we're going to do as well is I'm just going to I'm going to blitz my user here. That way he gets more agility. And what you're going to have here is you're going to be tasked with covering the middle of the field. But I'm not going to worry about the tight end as well as the triangle receiver because they are both manned up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to motion triangle out. Now, if I do see that, what I will do is I'm going to put triangle on O right here, and we're going to snap this ball. You're going to see that I'm going to cover the middle, and basically pass rush ends up getting through, and we're just going to count that as a sack. So what we're going to do here is now we're going to take a look at the instant replay, and I'm going to show you guys the routes. So basically, we're going to first look at the tight end who is on the right side here. He was on a streak. You're going to see that the man coverage played pretty well. You also had that middle third right there who was running right with him. Next, we have that slant. You see that we kind of played the middle right here, which was really well. We did kind of bump him, which would have drawn a penalty. That's my bad. But you see I covered him. Then we're going to move on here to the O receiver who was on a crossing route, and he was manned up with this cornerback right here. You're going to see that he stays with them decently well right here. This is decent man coverage. And then finally here, we do have the deep in route coming from the left side. You're going to see that the cloud flat doesn't really play it on this play, and you could probably throw this ball right here, I'm not gonna lie, but basically once we're gonna come back to this ball, and because of that, at this point right here, we do get pressure. So guys, now we're gonna move on to the second setup. Alrighty guys, so here we go. We're gonna get into right now the second setup. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go once again, and we're gonna shade over the top. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to take, considering that the bunch is on the left side here, we're going to take the right side blitzing corner, and we are going to put him on a curl flat. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can either double tap triangle, press this icon, and flick the left stick to the right, or you can just click onto him and flick the left stick to the right. Then, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to man up one of the corners on one of the receivers. So considering that this player is manned up on triangle, we're going to man him up, so we're just going to do that right now. Then what we're going to do is we are going to put the linebacker right here. We're going to put him in a middle third. Then we're going to pinch our defensive line. And lastly, we're going to blitz our users. So basically, this is what we like to call mabling. So what happens here is that considering the bunch is on the left side, most likely it's going to be a crossing route from left to right. So what I did was I defended against that by putting both a curl flat and a cloud flat there. So we kind of have a double coverage thing going on right here. So essentially right here, we also have a user blitzing, and we also have man coverage on the field. So all we have to worry about is going to be this middle of the field right here, basically this left middle. We just have to worry about like in routes, slant routes, that kind of thing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to motion DJ Moore over right here, cooked up a little route combo at a gun bunch tight end. So you're going to see that I'm just going to cover as much as I can. And I mean, the pass rush doesn't really get through, unfortunately. What are you going to do? Seriously, Teddy B, are you kidding me? Or sorry, I'm not even mad. that's just unbelievable how the Texans pass rush could not get through with JJ Watt. I was almost going to say Deshaun Watson, but anyway, let's go ahead. Let's take a look first at the slant route. You're going to see that he's covered, a little bit right here, and then we kind of, switch off onto him. Basically, at this point, usually the pass rush would come in, but unfortunately it didn't. I don't know what happened on this play. And then moving on here, we are going to be looking at the tight end who was on a streak. You're going to see that the middle third covers him really well as this safety is right here if he potentially wants to go and make a play, maybe if he throws this ball. Now we're going to move on to the crossing route here. You're going to see that not only there is man coverage, but you're also going to have a curl flat, which is going to have an opportunity to make a play on the ball. And then moving on, finally, we have that deep in route right here coming from the left here with Robbie Anderson. You're going to see that we kind of bounce off and we cover him. So basically, everything's pretty much covered on this play, and that's going to really do it here. It's kind of a short video, 2 setups, but they're going to really help you win more games in Madden, man. These are pretty good setups, and I mean, I know they're like basic defenses, not with a lot of steps, but they still could win you a lot of games in Madden, and they do imply a lot of the concepts that you do see ran by, pro Madden players. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like, smash 5 likes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Most importantly, stay classy.